Hi friends, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. Okay, so I went to the drugstore because I saw that some people were saying there's really good drugstore makeup right now that is a dupe for high-end products. So we are going to put them side by side. They're going head to head, same concept, same idea, but one's affordable and another one's a little bit bougie, okay? I'm really excited. I have one skincare product and everything else is makeup. So with that said, grab your cafecito and let's jump right in. On my right side, I'm using all high-end, and on my left side, we are using all drugstore. As you can see, my skin is already nice and dewy, and that's because on this side, I am using the Rhode Glazy Milk little toner, and as you can see, my skin is dewy, she's juicy, she's looking nice and plump. And then on my left side, the Vitamasques Hydrate Milk Glaze. I talk about this often, and it's a genuinely good, very similar dupe product, if you will. The only difference I would say is that this is a little thicker in consistency versus it tends to be a little bit more runny. The results are the same. I mean, like, could you tell me that I was wearing two different Milky toners? I'd say no. We're gonna jump right into the foundation because this is the product that I'm mostly excited about to see if it's truly a dupe. So on my right side, which is again my high end, we are going to apply our Rare Beauty True to Myself Natural Matte Long Wearing Foundation. This comes in 48 options, which is an amazing shade range, and it retails for $38. I just quickly wanted to give you the details on this foundation. The Rare Beauty True to Myself Natural Matte Longwear Foundation is a self-priming and self-setting foundation with breathable, medium to full coverage and a natural matte finish that brings out the best in your skin, okay? So that is the details. Now, on my left side, I am going to put to the test the Beauty Creations Flawless Stay Foundation. This is also medium to full coverage. Now, this one retails for $12. And let's say this is a soft blurring pigment foundation that provides medium to full coverage while maintaining beautiful skin from oily to dry, available in a wide range of 26 shades. This foundation is designed to seamlessly blend with your skin tone for a perfect match. Now, the only difference is the Beauty Creations claims to have a satin finish, which is like a natural finish with a soft and matte undertone, and I could not agree with it more. Which really, the Rare Beauty is the same thing, except that they don't use the word satin in here. The wording is different, but I think the claims to the foundation are pretty much the same. I do believe that the shades are going to be a little bit off because this one is pretty dark, and this one might be my winter shade, so let's see. Oh gosh, look at the color difference is insane. We have here the Beauty Creations and the Rare Beauty. So as you can see, quite a difference. But if you notice, as far as thickness, they're both staying still. They're not moving. They're not sliding. So far, so good. Now on the left side, let's take the Beauty Creations. Oh my gosh. Thank goodness I don't have to go anywhere because that would look crazy. I'm going to use the tail of the sponge. A little definitely goes a long way with the Beauty Creations. The undertones are definitely a little too yellow, but that's okay. I mean, wow. Talk about two-toned. That is crazy work, but okay, that's fine. Here they are side by side. This is the Beauty Creation side, and here we have the Rare Beauty side. What do we think? Honestly, if I'm being so for real, I feel like this is not as matte as the Rare Beauty. This one definitely dries down faster. It has more of that like powdery matte finish versus this is definitely more satin, just like it claims. I saw a video of a girl talking about the Milani Conceal and Perfect Longwear Concealer is supposed to be a dupe for the Hourglass, where it's creamy and full coverage. So let's put it to the test because this one is one of my favorite concealers. This is in the shade Beech, and I am going to just maybe apply that much. Then on the left side, I'm going to use the Milani concealer in the shade Medium Beige. Oh my gosh, I am going to look so crazy by the end of this video. But honestly, first impressions, they both go on very creamy, almost that radiant finish. I'm going to tap this one in, look up, tap it out. Oh my gosh, I forget how good this concealer is. Like, literally, Milani is one of the brands that I feel like I neglect a lot. And they do have really good products. I don't know why it is one of the brands that I use the least on my channel. If you guys have noticed that, let me know, but I definitely neglect her a lot. So it is the Milani concealer blended. I'm going to clean the other side, and then we're going to tap out the Hourglass concealer. And that is the Hourglass concealer tapped out, Milani concealer blended out. What do you guys think? From what I can see, honestly, the coverage looks very similar. The only difference is that I'm seeing, obviously, this side is just so much lighter, so it makes it a little bit harder to like really see it. But just looking in the mirror, like the coverage is the same, the finish looks the same. It has that really pretty like satiny finish. Let's move on to bronzers. This one is one that I have been talking about recently, and I was just so shook by it because Patrick Ta is famous for having amazing products, but they're also very expensive. So for Patrick Ta, I have the L.A Colors Sculpting Duo. If you guys saw my Dollar Tree video, then you know. So on my right side, we're going to go with Mr. Patrick Ta. This is in the shade She's Sculpted. And I have said this before, and I will continue to say it because it is so true. I don't really use this product a lot because of the undertones, and I'm not entirely sure if his other bronzers are more bronzy versus cool toned. You guys, if you watch me, you know that I love me a good bronzy, orangey bronzer, and this definitely leans a little more cool tone, which is fine. It's just not for me, but immediately it does what it's supposed to do. It's going to sculpt. I'm going to switch brushes to something clean, and on the left side, we're going with the L.A Colors. Immediate payoff. I feel like Patrick Ta is a little more sheer, and this one, honestly, you get a little bit more pigment. It's slightly more neutral versus this side. And I'm just gonna go a little bit heavier with this because obviously the shade range on here is not the best. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe how crazy I look right now. My favorite part, and this is what I've been looking forward to the absolute most. I have one product that I've been using religiously as of the past maybe 2 months, and that is the Rhode Pocket Blush in the shade Tan Line. It is the prettiest, almost like a mauve color. And if you've tried any of the Rhode products, and you know how insanely creamy and buttery her blushes are. Now, I heard that CoverGirl Sleepy Mauve is a dupe for it. You guys know, if you watch me, I love these blushes. They're so creamy. They have more of that balmy consistency. But if we can have a dupe here. Oh my gosh. Okay. So those are the colors side by side. Honestly, the colors look almost identical. Going into the Rhode Pocket Blush. Again, this is the shade Tan Lines. It is so pretty and perfect for the fall. I'm just going to take this all over and build it up. Blends so nicely. Let's go on the other side and take the CoverGirl Sleepy Mauve. You cannot tell me, if you were to see me in person, you would think I was wearing two different shades. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Beautiful, beautiful color. And in case you've been living under a rock, just kidding. In case you didn't know, we definitely have a lot of dupes for Charlotte Tilbury, okay? I know she went online saying that if you buy dupes, you are duping the consumer. No, I think we know we're buying dupes. So with that said, on my left side, I'm taking my MCO Beauty Miracle Flawless Powder, and I am going to further set my under eye just because I want this to be a little bit brighter. This is I don't know, it's just perfection. Such a good powder. I literally have two in my makeup kit because of how great it is. Charlotte Tilbury on the right side. I mean, I've used her a lot and I have no complaints. But if I can get Emco Beauty for about $15 or less, I buy my powders when they are on sale at my local Kroger's, and I don't really keep an eye on it. Sometimes I just happen to go in stores and they have them on sale and I will pick one up because I always need at least like one or two backups. Perfection, and it's literally the same. And then I'm gonna go back with my L.A Colors powder and set the left, and then with my right side, obviously my Patrick Ta. I added some lashes and a little bit of a lippy off camera. I literally use the Rhode Pocket Blush as a little lipstick and it looks really cute. Let's finish everything off. This is nothing new and I'm sure you guys know that this is a dupe, but we're going back with Rare Beauty. This is the shade Exhilarate. It is so beautiful, but again, very blinding. It's giving 2016 vibes, which oddly enough, like I go through phases where I love a blinding highlight. Right now, I'm more into like a natural glow. And then on my left is e.l.f. Literally almost exactly the same. The colors, I feel like the e.l.f. is a tad bit more golden and this is a little more champagne, but nonetheless, the formula is exactly the same. You get the same blinding highlight. If anything, this might be a little bit more blinding, but I think it's because this side of my face is a little bit more dewy. On the right side of my face, I'm going to set my skin with the One Size On Til Dawn setting powder, or not setting powder, sorry, setting spray. This has been duped millions of times, but I just wanted to throw it out there. And on my left side, we are using the L'Oreal 3-Second Setting Mist. And here we have it, you guys. What do we think? On the right side, we have all high-end makeup, and on the left side, we have drugstore. If you ran into me at the grocery store, would you be like, oh, that girl's wearing two different? Absolutely not, okay? I will have to say that from what I'm seeing so far, I don't think the Rare Beauty is going to be a dupe for the Beauty Creations. I put it back in its box because I think I'm gonna return this for a different shade. The consistency is very similar. She's thick, medium to full coverage. But if you're oily like me, you're definitely going to like the Rare Beauty better. It does self-set and it's a little bit more matte, and for me that does matter. This was one that did surprise me because I did think it was going to be a dupe, but the hunt will continue. I want to mention my standout product, the Rhode Pocket Blush in Tan Lines versus CoverGirl Sleepy Mauve. You absolutely cannot tell I'm wearing two different colors. This goes to show you that it's not the products, it is the technique. You can definitely get a full face with drugstore affordable makeup and absolutely slay your routine, okay? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Which ones of these do you think are winners, and which ones would you choose over what? I cannot wait to hear from you guys. I love you so much. Stay safe, and until next time, I will see you all in my next video. Bye!